Hey guys, it's Phil from 15 Minute Guitar Practice here. We are going to look at Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band as played by Jimi Hendrix. Now Jimi played this in various different ways, different lengths, different structures throughout the live sets in his career. The one that is my point of reference is the Stockholm 1967, I believe it's September the 5th performance, where it's basically the longest version I can find. It's not that long actually, it's 1 minute 51 seconds, but it is, I think, the longest that Jimi performed it. A lot of the others are kind of like 45 seconds, a minute, 20 seconds, just he played a kind of opening verse and then, you know, ended the song and went on with the rest of his set. So I like this one because it's kind of got intro, verse 1, and then he kind of does verse 2 as a solo, and then there's verse 3, and then it wraps up. So it's all very neat and tidy, and it's very funky, and it's you know, although it's a Beatles song, it's very much a Jimi kind of vibe on it. So the chords we'll be using, pretty straightforward. Before we get into it, I am tuned to E flat, as is the recording. So keep that in mind. You can always play an E just using the same chords, no problem at all. So our first chord is an E7. Okay, so that's your open E7. So that'll be open E, 2nd fret on the A string, open D string, 1st fret on the G string, and 3rd fret on the B string and open E. And it kind of gives a little bit of a chug, it's a little bit of a palm mute on the open E string. 1, 2. Okay, so we go from that to this little bit. Okay, and that's straight out of our E minor pentatonic. Okay, so that is coming up on the 3rd string, so 4th string, 4th fret, dude, 4th fret. Slide into that. 2 plucks of the 2nd string on 3rd fret and 1 on the 5th fret at 2nd string. So, and repeat that. Then Jimi moves to a G, which is really just a G root note, however you want to play it, at the 3rd fret. And he kind of plays a variation on what we've just done there. So that is kind of similar to the first phrase in that we slide in on 3rd string, sliding up to the 4th fret. Again on the 2nd string we're at the 3rd fret, and then we do this little bend on the 1st string, bending up from the 5th fret. So we're bending up the 5th fret 1st string as if it is sounding like the 7th fret 1st string. So down, release to the 3rd fret on the 1st string. Okay, so we've got oh, wrong one. Then we go up to A. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 little stabs. Now this is an A7 chord. You can play it like this with the thumb over the top, and these two. So that's fret 5 on the D string and fret 6 on the G string. That's how I play it. Or you may want to play like a straight G. I'm sorry, a straight A? A G? Where did that come from? A straight A. You know, a kind of Jimi voiced thumb over the top thing that I'm kind of still getting used to. But I kind of like the 7th sounding, the A7th. Okay, so that's our opening intro bit. G, A7. Then he runs through these chords: E, 7, F sharp, 7, A7, and E sharp 9. Which you may want to play there. You can play there. That's the Hendrix chord. 2 places you can play it. Okay, so when the singing comes in, he's doing that: E7, F sharp 7, A7, A7, and E7. And that is really very much a bum bum ba, bum bum ba, bum bum ba, bum bum, with a little bit of palm muting on the kind of first strings, so the thicker strings. Okay, and the reason I mention that is because as it moves into the next part, that kind of loosens off and it gets a bit more flowing. So you've gone from to this bit. Because you've removed the palm muting, then you're building and it's starting to ring out more. And that's your F sharp 7. So I'm just playing thumb on the 6th string, 2nd fret, 2nd fret with my first finger on the second, on the D string, and this finger on the 3rd fret, so on the G string. So you might want to put in this extra one as well if you want. Or you can play it like that if you want. Whatever's good for you. So, remember it's looser, it's more ringing out. So. And as it slides up to the A7, it's pretty much full on open. And then we've got this lovely little double stop resolved back to the E. So. Which is very common, you would have heard that in blues stuff anyway. Anything if you play blues in E. So that is just a slide up to do the 4th fret. But we're using the 1st string and the 3rd string and nothing on the 2nd string. So 4th fret, sliding up from, probably slide up from the 2nd fret up to the 4th fret on the 3rd string. And then play the 4th fret on the 1st string. So you've got, do that, slide it down, down to the 2nd fret and open G string and then hammer onto the 1st fret and then pop the top E. So you've got and then hit the low E string and then there's a little which is just a little kind of lead in to the next part, which is a bend up from 2nd fret, 3rd string, release, and then pull off to the open, and then here we go back on 2nd fret, pull off to the open, 2nd fret on the D string, and pull off to the open. So you've got it's all together. You've got then it goes into this. This is where he hits the solo for the 2nd verse, which will be over these chords. So for his solo there, you could be going over E7, G7, and A7. So E, you might even hit the E 7 sharp 9 if you want. You also might want to just strike a regular G and a regular A, depending on. I like to do it kind of like that, like a little hammer on. Just kind of feels a bit more Jimmy. So that would be thumb and these two on the 3rd fret. So 2nd and 3rd strings, and then so you're hammering on the 3rd string, 3rd fret to 4th fret. So you got, and same kind of pattern there. So you could do that, or you could just do. Oops. Straight 7th sounding. Up to you. So he's doing the solo over these chords, so he's done that. E7, G7, A7. Then we go to this F sharp again. You get to this B7. Resolve. So let's just run over those for the solo. What's underneath the solo, which is basically just old Noel Redding, keeping it groovy. So E7, G7, A7, back to E7, E7, then we've got the F sharp 7, and the B7. Okay, so over that last bit, he's playing this up here, he's going. It's because he's gone from his kind of stuff in E. And we're getting up to the. So you can hear how that fits nicely with that. That is an F sharp triad. That's why it fits so beautifully up here. So that'll be at the 15th fret, slide into the 15th at the 3rd string, and then play the top 2 strings at the 14th. Back to the 15th on the 3rd, so it goes. And then hammer on from the 3rd string, 15th up to the 16th. So hammer on to the 16th, and then hit the 2nd string. Then he heads back down, and I finger this with my pinky finger on 3rd string, 4th fret, 2nd fret, 4th fret, 1st fret, and 2nd fret. Okay, so that's 2 notes on the 3rd string, 2 notes on the 4th string, and 1 on the 5th string. So frets 4, 2, 4, 1, 2. Now, second verse, he changes the accompaniment slightly here. So he's still playing his ears, E7, but then he just goes into these double stops using these strings. So he's going. And same kind of deal to the F sharp 7. And then to the A, but he does this little rock and roll. There, which is, so you can play it there. Or if you want a less open ringing sound, if you want a more close sound, you can do it here at the 5th fret and 7th fret. And back to the descending double stops to resolve to the E. Okay, so that should get you started. We might cover the solo another time, but basically solo is mostly in E, and then it moves up to that little F sharp bit that we tackled, and then resolves to that. And then what does he do? At the end, the chords are E7, G7 and A7. So but Jimmy's kind of going one of those classic Jimmy kind of bend, release, like this. So that should get you through the song. It's a minute and 51 seconds long, so it's not too complicated in terms of structure. And it's a whole lot of fun to play. Make sure you turn it up and you play it loud. See ya. Bye for now.